had a wonderful time in Jordan. Even though our trip was very short, it was perfectly organized and absolutely unforgettable. Tip: by the Jordan Pass, saves a lot of money for visa and sites. We arrived late at night in Amman and took an Uber to our hotel on Madaba, where we had very nice accommodation and a good rest before starting our adventure. Petra, a must-see wonder. In the morning, we were picked up, in Madaba even though Amman is the default option, by our driver Ahmad, who was excellent, safe, professional, and a pleasant communicator. He made a convenient stop for refreshments and a restroom break on the way to Petra. At Petra, we had about 2 hours to explore. We hired a private guide, which I highly recommend. Ask for Mahmoud, an older gentleman who was exceptional, charming, and incredibly knowledgeable. He truly brought the site to life. You can walk up to the treasury and even walk to a panoramic viewpoint above it. Please note, the viewpoint requires cash payment of 15 USD, cards are not accepted. Also, horse rides, around 200 meters between the ticket office and Sikh, are officially included with the ticket, but the handlers expect a cash tip. We chose to walk so we could enjoy all the carvings and details along the way. We also visited the Petra Center area and, since we were short on time walking back, we took a golf cart, which saved us about 20 minutes, 15 USD in cash needed. Wadi Rum, a desert dream. After Petra, we drove to Wadi Rum. On the way, we stopped again for refreshments and souvenirs. We arrived around sunset and boarded a jeep with our local driver. The 2-hour desert tour was absolutely magical, breathtaking landscapes, a stunning sunset, tea in the desert, and unforgettable views. You can also try sandboarding or ziplining, just make sure to carry cash. We stayed overnight in a beautiful desert camp. Since it was my husband's birthday, I upgraded to a panoramic tent, totally worth it. At night, we skipped the organized stargazing tour and walked out alone to admire the stars. It was incredible. Important tip: it gets very cold at night. Bring at least 3 layers, thermals, hoodie, jacket, plus a hat and gloves. We were well prepared and comfortable. Dinner at the camp was delicious, and we enjoyed shisha, 5 USD, free tea, and relaxing by the fire. In the morning, we had a lovely breakfast and with my husband we managed to walk to watch the sunrise, another unforgettable moment. The Dead Sea, a unique experience. Next, we drove to the Dead Sea and spent a few hours at a beach club. Towels were provided, and we relaxed by the water. Tips for the Dead Sea: wear an older swimsuit. Remove all jewelry before entering. Do not dive or splash water in your eyes. Be careful with small children. Bring shower gel/shampoo to wash off the salt afterward. Floating in the water is an amazing feeling, and the mineral-rich mud is highly recommended. We bought a mud mask from the Baywatch, 3 USD, applied it for about 10 minutes, and washed it off in the sea. Our skin felt incredibly smooth afterward. After showering, we enjoyed lunch before heading back to Amman. On the way, we stopped at a Dead Sea cosmetics shop for some gifts. Amman, a beautiful ending. In the evening, we visited the Roman Theater and enjoyed a beautiful panoramic view of the city. We also admired the street art around the city before being dropped off at our hotel. Final thoughts. Everything was arranged perfectly. I must especially highlight our guide and driver Omar, who was with us for most of the trip. He was professional, positive, kind, and extremely well organized. Without him and the agency, we would not have experienced so much in such a short time. If you have limited time, or even if you don't, I strongly recommend booking a guided tour. Their local knowledge, care, stories, and organization make all the difference. Jordan is an incredible country, and this trip was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Highly, highly recommended.